And we're live. Let me fire off a tweet.
Send it.
Not that it does anything, but it makes me feel good.
That's important.
Post. So yeah, you went to a big concert.
Yeah. I went to an outdoor venue. It was like in a little park thingy. It was pretty cool. Saw Yellow Card, Mayday Parade. Oh, what else is it?
Definitely heard of Yellow Card.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Don't know if I've heard of the other ones though. But it looked fun. Yeah, I miss
And
concerts.
Berlin. Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, that was fun. Well, you went to My Chemical Romance.
I did get to go to My Chemical Romance.
They were also in Denver, and I totally it just slipped my mind because I knew it was they were gonna be here several weeks after Minneapolis, St. Paul, and so I was like, oh, I should go to that. And then late that night, while I think I was on my computer doing nothing. I saw a bunch of tweets from my friends oh, MCR.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Well, if it's any consolation, it would have been probably pretty difficult to get tickets that close to the date anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they
it was a sold out show.
Those went pretty quick. Yeah, it was. It was a situation of damn, I never saw them live before, and there will probably not be another chance. So I better get this one no matter what, huh?
I'm glad you got to see them. Oh,
Me too.
Someday maybe I'll see them. Maybe, who knows?
Well, and that was also my first big going girl mode thing. Was because I wanted to go girl mode to the concert because I was staying with Nick down there. Well, that means that I have to come out to somebody, Though I was a little bit disappointed by Nick's lack of a reaction.
Was it very a non-reaction?
Very.
Or was it a very
Absolutely no reaction. It basically just oh. Because I had planned that I was going to show up like knock knock knock, hello, here I am, ta-da. Because I had basically done the whole drive down with full makeup, full getup going on. Sorry if you can hear the yelling baby.
That's alright.
Tonight was a rough put down. So I showed up and he was like, oh, sorry, I'm still at work. And I was like, Nick, I've been keeping you up to date on my ETA. Why are you still at work? He was like, alright, I'm leaving work now. Then he said, how about we just meet at a restaurant and get some food? And I was like, oh boy, my first time out in public and just going straight to the restaurant. Okay, here, send me the address.
Okay.
So I go to the restaurant and I show up there before him and get seated. Very nice. There was no one else there. The waitress was very nice. Showed me to my seat. I told her, I'm waiting for one other. And Nick showed up and saw me from behind and was like, well, there's only one other person in here, and I know that Zin is already here, so that must be them. And walked over and sat down across from me and kind of did didn't do a double take, just looked at me and was like, oh. And I was like, hi, I'm trans, I'm a girl. And then that was basically that. No further reaction.
Right where you left off, right?
Basically.
Come on, we've been friends forever. That's I guess I would be expecting some more support. Oh, you look great. I guess maybe.
Yep.
I feel like.
Yep. Or some question or discussion about it, but it was like Nick was not really interested in talking about it, and I was like, not about to be like, all right, let me tell you about what's been going on in my head recently. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so the waitress definitely thought that we were on a date.
Aww.
And then later we went to a bar by his house and we had a beer, and the waitress there definitely also thought we were on a date.
Aww.
I lost my credit card there because it was my first time. The pockets in these pants are so small. I'm more used to it now, but I wasn't used to it, and so I kept dropping my credit card and my ID and stuff. So I dropped my credit card in the bar, and we went back to get it, and the name on it is a boy's name.
Yep.
So when we came in, the waitress recognized us and was like, "Oh, you forgot this," and handed it to Nick. And so that was my first "Oh, that feels pretty good."
That is a good compliment to take from that, I would say.
Mm-hmm. It was also my first experience of. I had always been like, I'm gonna be one of those girls that's okay with being called guys. When you call a group of people guys, it's gender neutral and it's okay, and I'm gonna be okay with that. And then that was the first time that the waitress came up to Nick and I and said, "What can I get you guys?" And I was just like, "Oh, I don't actually feel great about that."
We're learning. Learning is important.
Yeah. It's different when it's totally one thing when it's just theoretical, and it's a totally a different thing when it's actually happening.
Well, if I was in that position, I would act like this and be like, "It's no big deal." Happens to you, suddenly realize, wait, the deal is big. The deal is huge.
The deal is huge. You know what?
Well, that would never happen to me.
This guy. There was a spirit back there that I forgot to get. That I got the first time around.
We had to do the wanderings again, right? Oh, no, you powered off. That's right.
Yeah, I just powered off, but that means that I have to go back and get that spirit. And I gotta do that. I gotta get those spirits. That's back this way.
I think the big desert, that one thing in the corner.
Yeah.
You should do this is the wild guess. You should do a real big hot lap. I'm gonna go put my pizza in the oven.
All right. Good luck. All right. Just me and these three burly gentlemen. Vyrn's not here to back me up anymore. I think 3 of these fellas is a little bit too much for me on my own. So, just not gonna deal with that. No. How many people are in the Blue Man group? I thought it was 3, but there's 4 of them here. Maybe they're accepting new members. Alright, this is the direction. And let's see here. Check the map. Yeah, like this. This way. This away, this away. I hate their mouths. I hate those pointy, I don't know if it's a proboscis. They're like mosquito people. They're the most unsexy type of vampire that could ever exist. Now let's see here. There's a spirit closer to the town, I think. It was on some of this darker ground. No, you can't have my blood. Stay away. No, thank you. Honestly, trees that are just one sprite look so much better than trees that are like 2 sprites and an X, I think. But that's just like my opinion, man. Get out of here. Oh my god, that wasn't even 1 step. Well, there's only one of them. Take on him. Take him on. Blue Man Onion. Is that anything? Blue Man Onion?
Onion.
A Blue Man Onion?
Blue Man Onion.
Yeah, have you ever had a Blue Man Onion?
Oh, Blue Man Onion. Oh, yeah. I
Blue
like
Man
to...
Onion.
Sometimes I will just walk into the Texas Roadhouse and walk out with 2 Blue Man Onions. 1 for each hand.
One for each hand.
No.
One Blue Man Onion in each hand. Okay, so... Oh my god.
I use the dipping sauce as a filter. I just fill my mouth with it and then push the onion through into my throat.
Filter feeding.
I think that's what that means.
Filter feeding is so in right now, Vyrn. You're just ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I've actually ever had a blooming onion.
We're going to Texas Roadhouse
They
right
look
now.
good. You know, I think part of it is when I was, like, when my mom would bring me to that kind of restaurant, I was still young enough that I was like, onions? Ew. No. Gross.
My mom would get them, and she'd be like, yeah, you can have some. And I'd be like, okay. But, oh yeah, we like the same thing, and I would eat most of the onion before she could get to it.
Yeah, my mom didn't order food for the table because I was picky.
Fair.
Alright, there's the spirit. There's my boy. Now we can go back. Back to the square.
Oh.
Whoa, magma
Something.
fish.
Oh.
You would think that a magma fish would swim in water, but you'd be surprised to find that the magma fish swim in air.
Oh, I was expecting lava, but I guess you would never see them, which would explain why I've never heard of them before. Quiz 64, of course.
Wait,
I wonder why they're roaming on land.
is it magma that's underground or lava? Because it's lava when it comes out.
Lava is above ground, magma underground.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so if they swam in magma, you'd never see them.
Yeah? Quite literally solid liquid rock.
Why is there a different name for lava and magma? Why do we feel the need to differentiate there?
Not sure.
Seems like kind of a...
Well, I feel like, I wonder if their, like, general composition of rock is different, so if you're talking about lava, you can expect these elements in them. Maybe.
Maybe. I do know that fish would not be able to swim in it. Those would have to be some fucking incredible fish.
Those have to be some dense-ass fish.
Extremely
like
dense
magma
fish.
fish.
Someday there'll be a video game that treats lava realistically, and it's just going to be no fun at all.
Are we joking about Slugma, the Pokemon now?
I guess we could be, because, you know, there's these, like, Pokemon shorts on YouTube. And one of them is called the Slugma Powered House, and it actually, I know this because I have a toddler, it actually treats the Slugma a little bit realistically, which is that no one touches Slugma. Like, Slugma lives in the house's heating system, and you can see Slugma in the oven, but you do not touch Slugma.
That makes sense.
Slugma will burn you to death if you touch.
I think one of its Pokedex entries is that it is as hot as the surface of the sun.
Oh god.
In which case you could
not
like,
have that in a
within
house.
several thousand feet of it without
Yeah.
incinerating immediately.
Just trash.
You smell that? Oh, what is that? Oh, I think there's a slugma nearby. How can you
Oh,
tell?
what?
Somebody a block over just flash boiled. Oh.
This is a general alert. A slugma has been sighted approaching the city.
The cool thing is, like, you can escape pretty quickly. Assume it's, like, I don't know, on something that isn't gonna explode into fire. And
Yeah, it's slow, but
it's a
like,
slug.
what
It's
do
a
you
slug.
what do you do to stop it if it's heading towards the city? Like,
What eats slugmas? It's a
divert a river into it.
What's the bird of prey that
It devours.
eats slugma?
Honestly, they tried that, but
Moltres, and that's it.
it's more of a problem than the slugma is. It's a real. There was an old woman who swallowed a fly situation.
Oh gosh. Oh goodness.
Yeah,
There was an
you
old
start
man who ate the sun.
you start trying to attract moltresses to take care of your slugma problem, and oh, it's the cat girls.
Yeah, they're just hanging out in the
Doing their
desert.
sexy walk.
Just doing hot girl shit.
I guess that would be why they have the bare midriff, is because it's so hot in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
Honestly, goals.
Honestly,
Me and the girls hanging out in the desert.
they've even got like bare upper arms because it's like a glove and then a shirt. I don't think
Like
are these
those
just
little tiny hoodies.
are they just cosplayers?
They could just be cosplayers. I mean, also some wear what mythology is like very, very partial animal features. Like
Yeah.
the original Wolverine movies is like, oh, he's got pointy ears and a beard and teeth. And that's it.
Well, these are really like werecats a la Darkstalker, like Felicia.
Yeah. This is like 80s, 90s Japanese anime.
I suppose, yeah, like literally. That's when this game is from, huh? Yeah, you make a good point.
Wow. Slugma. It never sleeps. It has to keep moving because if it stopped, its magma body would cool and harden. Wow.
Ooh. Horrible. I suppose that is, well, sharks sleep. Sharks keep swimming while they sleep? Sharks have to keep swimming. Do they?
Yeah, they have to keep swimming because they need to get oxygen through their gills.
Yeah.
So if they stop moving, they'll actually drown.
Do they swim in their sleep?
Yes. Well, they don't technically sleep.
They don't technically sleep. Okay.
Not like fully sleep. They're like dolphins, where they're like half asleep.
Oh, half of their brain sleeps at a time, sort of thing.
Yeah, I believe that is the case.
I've slept with one eye closed, but man, it would be a hell of a thing to sleep with one brain closed.
Maybe it wasn't Slugma.
That sounds like a slugma thing.
What is the surface? Meg Cargo.
Oh well, yeah. When it grows up, it gets to be as hot as the surface of the sun.
So Slugma evolves into Meg. Okay, there we go.
Slugma is trying to evolve. Oh shit! Oh no! No, Slugma, stop!
God,
Stop!
God,
You're
stop,
going to kill
please.
us all!
We're in the city center.
It's like a terrorist attack. Like, I'm going to evolve my Slugma.
Oh, here we go. Meg Cargo's body temperature is approximately 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Water is vaporized on contact.
Let's make sure I'm heading in the right direction.
That's horrifying. That's a lot of heat.
That's a lot of heat. I'm remembering. You played some GURPS, right?
I made the one character once. Derek made or I guess you helped Derek make the.
Yeah, you were in that
yeah.
superhero one that. Well, anyway, back in high school,
Yeah.
we played a game of GURPS one time that was supposed to be like generic fantasy, right? Just like
tech
a regular
level 3 or whatever.
Yeah, just like a tech level 3, a dungeon crawl, that sort of thing. But you know how GURPS is, and so at one point, like, we had to look up. Well, how hot do you have to get stone before it melts? because
This sounds like fun.
I don't remember who it was that was insisting on like, well, I'm gonna keep using my fire magic until I melt through this fucking stone wall. And the dungeon master was like, you can't do that, and the player was like, I can just keep dumping heat into it, man. My ability is such that I can just keep doing this. So let's see how hot it needs to get. And eventually it was determined, like, okay, yes, you could get it hot enough to melt the wall, but you would die from being in the same room. So that was enough to make the player desist, like, oh, okay, well, I guess I won't do that after all.
Yo, my powers suck. Damn. What do you mean I can't just melt a hole through the earth?
It's the subject of, like, 30, 45 minutes of debate. And I'm just
Normal
like, this is so
conversation.
stupid. Just don't try to melt a hole in the wall. We'll just find another route. I don't remember what my character did. It was probably just like the magic system, like the fantasy magic system in GURPS was so tough to understand that I probably was just like, I don't want to deal with that.
Is that the one that I made with the frog that
Yes, you had the
hopped up and told him to pay the guy?
yeah, pay the guy. Well, pay the guy. Yeah, because you didn't just make a frog superhero. You made
like,
Greninja.
Yeah, basically.
You were like a sniper, I think. So I guess you sort of predicted that new Inteleon.
Kind of well, yeah.
But you also were like jumping on people's heads to crush them, just like, you know.
That was, I also made a D&D second edition, whatever the frog character is in that. It was a frog rogue.
Yeah.
And when I had invisibility, you casted invisibility on me, and then when I would do the jump, like the jump attack, it was like 8 or 10x plus damage for a sneak attack. So I would just jump up and do that over and over again on the same corpse or whatever. Until it was a corpse.
That's right. That's
like,
what I'm thinking of.
Because Corey was mega min-maxing. I was just like, I'm a frog, I go invisible, and I stab people. It's great. And I was doing the similar damage.
Yeah, we were all mega min-maxing that. Well, because y'all were playing books, demi-humans from the book of Humanoids. So
yeah, which is already kind of broken.
It was shit is super broken. That's like, you want +4 to once if you want to get these huge stat bonuses. Oh wow, just a spirit out here in the desert. I hate that. Well,
where are you at on the minimap? You should go to those corners. What's the closest corner? Yeah, southwest, whatever.
Corners? I should go to the now that I'm in the middle. I should go to the corners.
Yeah. Check it. Do a hot lap. I said. Let's go check out.
Do a hot. Oh my god. Yeah. I was heading for the middle.
I like the middle.
I thought you were joking about doing a hot lap. Like, oh yeah, well I'm going to go get a pizza, do a hot lap around the desert. Keep yourself busy, kid.
I mean, I'm joking, but also I'm giving you very strong hints.
Yeah, there's spirits in the corners. I get it. I understand.
Well, I think there's a thing in one of the corners. I don't know if there's stuff in the other corners. But look, you get to see all these pretty werecats, butterflies, and...
Yeah, I mean, could be worse, right? Could be ghosts trying to kill me. Instead, I got these sexy cat women.
They could be women, who knows?
I feel like they look pretty feminine.
Oh, I just saw a good meme about the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest. And I'm going to send it in the Discord. Or put it in the Discord because
it's spicy.
Universes Beyond Homestuck, horrifying. Come on, load the picture. Aww. There we go. Is it spicy? It makes perfect sense.
Let me see. Yep.
exactly what everyone.
Accurate. Accurate.
It's a meme. This is point of view. You walked into the men's room at Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest, and it's just a bunch of anime girls at the standing urinals. Getting dark and spooky out.
Nighttime in the desert.
Nighttime is the right time.
Wait,
Wait,
okay.
did you just get teleported?
Yeah, I just got teleported. Because
What?
it's an eternal desert.
Alright, I gotta look at the thing. I gotta look at the guide. It told me to undo things.
They told you to done do things, huh?
Yeah.
And you just thought that was good enough, huh? You trusted. You trusted.
Yo, what's the name of this desert again?
Well, there's not one on the map. Dindom Dries, right?
Dindom Dries, yeah.
It's like the Eternal Phantom Desert, or something like that. But there's a Phantom City in the middle of the desert.
Oh, okay. I was expecting there to be more things, but I must have misread. Anyway, you found 2 of the spirits so far? There's only 3, and if you find a 10th...
Oh, then I don't care about finding a 3rd one.
I mean, you're so close.
I'm so close to what?
There's...
Death?
Oh yeah, you've learned a new earth spell.
Oh. Magnet rock? Rock shower? I don't even notice because I'm not using a magic barrier.
Ooh,
Is that good?
Barrier. Oh. I mean, this is the American version of the game, so it's heavily nerfed already, but...
Yeah.
You
Not
should try it
not
out.
that good. Okay, I'll try it out.
No, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Cost 3. Swing.
Okay.
I'll
See
hit you.
if it lasts more than one turn. Oh, just nothing, huh? There's no damage.
Lasted 2 turns.
Eh?
Dang. 3 turns.
3 turns. 3 turns, no damage.
Oh,
It's pretty nice.
oh, it's still going.
No, now it's
Okay.
done. Hey, 3 turns, no damage is pretty good.
It lasts between 0 and 5 turns. So you
God, the
cast
idea
and
that
just
it could
goes
last
away immediately.
0.
Yeah. One of the
Failed to
major
cast.
GDQ runs for the final boss, it's completely relies on having magic barrier up, and they cast it and it fizzled like immediately.
No.
So they got hit. They're like, okay,
no.
we gotta get this magic barrier to last, otherwise we're doomed. And they cast it and it fizzled immediately.
No! Oh,
And
God.
the attack missed. So they're like, okay, we have another shot. So they cast magic barrier and it fizzled.
What are the chances?
Pretty good. This is the hard version of the game. Magic barrier is like a minimum last 2 turns in other editions.
Oh, man.
I never used magic barrier in my playthrough because I didn't know it existed.
Did you get up to this level of earth magic?
I did not.
Yeah.
I believe I maxed out air,
Oh, man.
and then I was maxing out water when I realized how good healing was.
Sure.
When I basically finished the game.
Yeah, I'm guessing that we are very rapidly approaching the end.
Yes. You just have the 4th crystal, and then assumedly
And then we have to
you
go...
can go get the
open the book.
and slap. Yeah, or well, you don't want the book to open.
Oh, but we don't want the book to open, but Brian's going to.
Yeah.
So that he can remake the world in his image.
Oh yeah, Lord Barty. Yeah, he
Yeah.
wants to have as many Marlboros as he wants. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think there's something in the southwest corner. I
Well,
think you already got the thing in the southwest corner.
no, So, well, I went to the southwest corner, and all it did was teleport me. So.
And it like warped you out. Yeah, there is. I believe there is something else. There's like a miniature pond somewhere else with a tent next to it, somewhere else in the
Yep.
desert.
That's what I was approaching when you told me to go the other direction.
I am a fool. I'm a monster. I'm a terrible person.
I was like, but I see the thing that I'm looking for, Vyrn. Vyrn.
Mm-hmm. I'm an idiot.
It's okay. I forgive you.
It also, so that you also found the spirit like in the middle of the desert, like middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You were pretty close to the like next area thingy.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was.
What I was moving
I have
towards. Ruined your day. Ruined all of our days.
It was. I found that spirit, and I was like, oh no, it's just out here in the middle of nothing. How many more spirits are just out here in the middle of nothing?
There are 2 spirits in the game that you cannot see because they are underneath objects that you can walk into.
Incredible.
Like a hay bale or whatever.
No. We don't need all of them. You know what? We don't need all of them.
You don't need all of them.
Honestly, we're just lucky to get any of them. They could have made it so that you can only get spirits through levels.
Kind of spicy.
So we're rapidly approaching the end of the game. We should make some decisions about the future of our program. Are we thinking we want to do Symphony of the Night? Or
I would have some fun with Symphony of the Night. I haven't even done like a regular playthrough of that in a hot minute, and I know you like Metroidvanias, and boy, howdy,
like Metroidvanias.
Symphony of the Night like probably my favorite Metroidvania.
Like Symphony of the Night is the reason why we have the Vania in Metroidvania.
Yes.
Because the earlier Castlevanias were not like that.
Nope.
And it's pretty well regarded, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, people like it.
Oh yeah.
And I've never played it before. So the issue is getting a copy of it, because the disc swap works, but like I don't know if it's gonna work great. And even if I can get it to play, a burned copy of the game might not run amazing. So
it should be fine. It should.
Well, I tested out doing a disc swap with Armored Core, and I didn't do a very thorough test because I didn't have my PlayStation controller up here. But the opening cinematic was kind of choppy. Like it kept bumping as it went.
Interesting.
And I can only imagine it's because the quality of the burn was too fast, because you can't get a CD burner to burn slow enough anymore.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it's old tech, you know.
Other option would be like a modded PS2, maybe.
Well, a mod chip is pretty easy to install on a PlayStation, but the problem is getting the disc right, I think.
Yeah.
But so we'd have to test it out. I've heard some of the forums talk about like you need to burn multiple copies and test them out, and hope and wish and pray and dream that one of them was gonna work good. Because it really just is all kind of random.
My discs, and I'm trying to remember which one I did the disc swap for, because I definitely played like a game through with a disc swap a while ago, and it was fine, but
how long ago was the disc burned?
I used this burner that I have still for it, my Super Multi. Well,
maybe either you got lucky or I'm wrong. Because I could be wrong.
While you contemplate that, I'm going to extract pizza from
all right, good luck with pizza.
I'll be right back. Good luck in the desert.
See if I can find that place that I had found before Vyrn distracted me away from it. Before Vyrn said, no, not there. Sounds like he's having fun. Let's see here. Where the hell am I? There's something around here. Right? I basically did was start at the entrance and head southeast. So, I mean, worst case scenario, I can just head back to the entrance and head southeast again. Here's a good way to add some hours to your game. Add an hour to the game or so. Just have a big desert area with no landmarks. I'm definitely developing some opinions on this game. I imagine we'll have a little discussion about that later. I feel like it would have been good if they had had more time and money to work on it. Let's see here. Where the hell are we? So in the same place, basically. Okay, where did that bring me to? That brought me to just like a random spot, huh? Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna head back to the entrance and then I'm gonna... Because I bet exit isn't gonna do anything. Yeah, I'm not in a dungeon. I'm not in a cave or forest, so exit doesn't do anything. No, Blue Man Group, I don't want to listen to your music.
Pizza acquired.
Pizza acquired!
Yo, we live in the future.
I'm heading back to the entrance of the desert, so because the way that I know to find the thing that I found is from there.
Fair. Where the big whatever the thingy is. Did you find the tent thingy again or not?
Nope, I did not. I have not found anything.
Wow, I messed everything up. I'm that guy in the desert adventure movie. I think we should go this way. And like an extra 20-30 minutes because he's a dumbass.
I think you should have say, well, you're the guy who has the map, so I guess we'll, Meanwhile, like, action hero guy is like, I don't trust people who read. And then, you know, is justified by the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Thanks, plot.
Slow,
You're really helping us out.
Slow down there, Four Eyes. Can you say it in English? So we can definitely do Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I like that because it's a game from this era, and I haven't played it. And it sounds like you know a thing or two about it.
I know a little bit.
I think we should think of like a backup possibility, just in case I'm not able to get it working good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So what I might do is, because they're having that sale at the retro game shop, I can send you like a list of the stuff that I have available, and then like we can also look at the stuff at the store and see if there's anything that seems like it would be interesting.
Mm-hmm. I think what other era games? I guess RPGs are easy to stream. They just can take a long time.
Yeah, that's kind of my hesitation with doing, because I was thinking like, well, Final Fantasy X is on my list. I can hook up a PS2 to my CRT. I have Final Fantasy X for PS2, but that's like how many hours is that game? 100? Is it 100 hours?
That sounds right to me.
It can't be. Final Fantasy games aren't usually that long. But if it's not 100 hours, it's at least like 40 or 50.
When focusing on the main objectives, Final Fantasy X is about 46 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. And that's a long... that's a long game to stream. That's a lot longer, because Quest 64 is what?
Like 20 hours.
20 hours, I was saying at the beginning.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we're only coming up on 12 hours here.
Mm-hmm.
Because this
I've
is
been.
episode 6.
It is. This game is tough to say that it's going to take 20 hours, or like it's tough to say that it's going to take this long. If you get the hints, you're going to beat it real quick.
It
If you
depends.
don't get the hints and you make the wrong decision, it's going to take you like 60 hours to beat.
It entirely depends on what kind of magic you train.
Mm-hmm. And if you max it out or not.
And if you max it out, and if you like, I'm sure that if you do the rubber band trick and grind your agility, that makes the rest of the game go pretty fast.
There's also a very fun glitch you can do where you can, at the beginning of the game, max out 2 schools of magic.
Oh, there you go. That's how they do the glitch speedrun, huh?
Yep.
Okay, I'm about in the middle here, right? Man, I just got lucky that first time, I think.
Yep, I messed it up.
Hey, hey, hey.
Blame me.
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm the guy picking the scarab off the
Well,
wall. Pocket it.
Part of it is like I found it so easy. I was like, well, this is going to be easy to find again. So I don't need to worry about it. Does it say on your map about where it is that I should be heading to?
It's so if you look at the center of the square, it should be just southeast of that, I think. Yeah, you're about in the right place.
I'm about in the right place.
Huh.
I saw something like in the sky. There we go. That's the thing that I saw. That hovering diamond. I don't know what it is, but it's something. It's a landmark of some sort. Here we go. A pyramid. Or did it teleport me? Shamwood. Shamwood?
Mm.
That's an interesting name for something in the middle of a desert. Looks cool. We found us the secret city. And I guess I'm gonna walk all the way around here to see if there's any spirits. La la la.
Yes, there is. Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, good. Oh, goody, good, 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 good. Might have to start,
Nope.
I see it. I've got eyes,
Bark.
Vyrn. I can see.
We already established that like my stream quality is slightly better than your.
Yeah, you can.
The CRT.
You can probably see it a little bit earlier than I can.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like most of them you started making noise around the same time that I noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably as I try to approach it, it looks like I'm going to walk right past it.
There are plenty of spirits here, and if you explore around, you'll probably find them all. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Love free levels. I like the spirit system. I like it more when there's not constant random encounters in the area. I would like it more if you like moved faster or the environments were a little bit more interesting. Cause like this is sort of what Super Mario 64 levels look like, which is fine for an action game. I feel like
Super Mario 64 levels are like the perfect size for what you want to do in them, which is
yeah.
like go over to this section and get this star, or like go slap this bird, which is flying around in a little circle over here.
Well, and like it feels good to move around, and like your movement tools are exactly right for the size of the space.
Mm-hmm.
In contrast, Brian moves very slow for the size of the spaces, and there are no movement tools.
Yep.
So it is not fun to move around. I bet this game would have been more fun with party members. I think that would have helped a lot.
A little more fleshed out world. Like they did really good having like unique NPCs.
The art is the visuals for this game are absolutely standout. Uh,
Especially for when it was released. Like
especially
it
for
looks good. Whoa!
whoa! Talk about a treasure trove. Holy crap! Nice. Okay, sure. This isn't a trap, right?
Probably not.
Wow.
You take those.
It's gonna be like this is all that this is. This whole area is just like, hey, congratulations, you found it. Here's some treasure.
This is what it
Oh,
feels like for a
there's
6-pack and a pound. Or a
What?
12-pack and a pizza.
12-pack and a pizza. You found the legendary 6-pack and a pound. I can only imagine what it looks like after Brian attempts to eat a 6-pack and a pound by himself.
He's only 12.
He's only 12.
He's a growing boy, though.
He's a growing boy, but his stomach can't be that big.
I mean, he's been putting down enemies left and right. I guarantee he could put down a 6-pack.
He has been burning calories. I feel like he'd succeed in eating the whole 6-pack and a pound, but he would like go into a food coma afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like asleep on the wrapper, like
Mm-hmm.
taco sauce smeared around.
Zone.
Wake up in a different zone. Walked right past it, but I saw it.
Not know who or when he is.
Dad, my tummy hurts.
Oh, there were 2 more spirits in that treasure room.
Yeah, 2 more? I already got 2.
Yeah.
There were 4.
There's 2 more.
Four fuckers in there? God damn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They were really like, man, playtesting shows that players do not have enough spirits in here yet. Is there just someplace we can shove them? Okay, are you seeing them?
Oh no, there's 2 in the treasure room. There's another spot.
Yeah, I got 2 in the treasure room. I got the one outside the treasure room.
Okay. I'm reading something else. There's somebody else here, and there's a bunch of stuff in his room. Okay.
Yeah, those maps are a little bit hard to differentiate.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, here's another one.
Oh. Bark, bark, bark.
Bark, 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 bark. Yeah, because I wouldn't want to do Final Fantasy 8 or 9. Because, like, I just played 8 last year. And, oh my god. Okay, and there's a whole bunch in here. Yeah, I'll just... Hey, mister,
Before I was thinking of.
I'm just going to scoop up all this shit before I talk to you, okay? I hope you don't mind. And I think I'll also take this treasure chest that you're staring at.
What could it be?
Golden amulet. What's that do?
Level 2 stone armor.
Yeah, that makes sense. I opened up the menu, so I'm gonna go look it up. Increases defense 2 times. There's something behind this pillar? No, that's just the lighting.
Just 4 spirits.
No one has found this Phantom City in 1,000 years. Wow, just people
Human? Jeez.
do not look around. I once held the L-Tail book, but when I opened it to unleash its incredible powers, I was not worthy. Okay, so you tried to destroy the world, but failed. So, the only powers I could control were those of famine and destruction. I could hate but not love. I could terrify but not inspire. Blah, blah, blah. Free me from the curse. Okay. Till the evil that we call mammon is defeated. My only hope. I agree with myself in Keltland. Okay. That's the first. That's the second I've heard of mammon. Okay. But you're just gonna keep saying the same thing, huh?
So Mammon's evil.
So mammon's evil.
Lavar is a previous bad person.
So
and Eponia was the previous hero.
So the important implication there, we've previously been told that opening the L-Tail book leads to a whole bunch of bad stuff happening. But it was just because he was too weak to control the powers of it, right?
The Lavar only could sow destruction instead of using its power for good or whatever. Yeah. So it is an evil book, it seems.
No, it's not an evil book. It's just a powerful book. Lavar was a weak-minded person. But Brian is. Look at those eyes. Look at that face. Look at that face. You can tell that
the heart of a child.
The heart of a champion beats inside his chest. The mind of a sage labors inside that skull. Labors to bring forth a new reality. One free of suffering.
He will terraform the earth to a beautiful utopia.
Okay, so I guess now we go to the boil hole. Well, nothing to do now but go to the boil hole. So the Phantom City was not important, huh? We got a bunch of spirits. We got some plot. We got some items. But it didn't really, tell us where to go next, huh?
Well, might as well go talk to some people. Maybe talking to them got some,
yeah.
We got some updates.
Yeah, well, maybe Shannon has more info. Maybe Shannon is Mammon. They sound similar.
What?
Shaman.
The same letters?
Shaman.
Same freaking...
Shmammon.
Shamwell?
Shmammon. Hey, Shmammon. Hey, Shmammon.
Hey, what up? What up, Shamada-Bomada-Boop Bop?
We'll just go in there. We'll go in there and be like, hey, Mammon. And we'll see what Shannon does. See how she reacts. If she turns her head a little bit, then we got her.
Mm-hmm. That's the same as a fucking Ace Attorney confession right there.
Yeah, yeah. And she's gonna go nuts and rip out her hair.
Or she's gonna lift her fist up and put her head down and shake and quake and things will float around her and then she'll hit the desk and then things will fall and they'll be like, alright, you got me, cool.
It's the, I saw a tweet that was like the prosecutor trying to coach the witness. Like, listen, if you get caught in some sort of contradiction or something, like, the defense attorney loves to just, poke little holes, but if you get caught in a little contradiction, do not lose your shit, okay? You have to keep your cool. Please keep your cool. Then it's it cuts to the trial, and it's Edgeworth's just going, oh god, no, please don't.
Oh, no, please.
Oh no, don't do that. I think that the breakdowns are a really interesting example of game design.
It is.
Because, that's your reward for doing good at game.
Showing you that you've solved my riddle.
Well, not only is it showing you that you solved the riddle, it's your incentive for solving the riddle. Is like, oh man, here's this weird character. I wonder what their breakdown animation is going to be. And
Just like solving the puzzles. The breakdown animation made me kind of sad for all these characters.
You didn't think it was funny when the person who was chopping fish pulled out a giant fish and chopped the head off of it?
That one was funny. There's funny ones in there. I ain't gonna lie about that. But finally catching Delilah, that one felt great.
That one's extremely satisfying because you get the satisfying of like, yeah, she's the overarching villain. You get the satisfaction of seeing like the true Delilah come out.
The demon leaving her body.
Literally like performing an exorcism in the fucking courtroom. I don't know. I kind of
almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. The demon explodes, leaving a fiery wig. All right, we did, boys.
I call a parrot to the stand.
Yep.
I feel like the one guy that is kind of well, here's the tent with the lake. It's right next to the exit of the tunnel.
Oh,
sheesh.
Hop in the tent.
Yeah, there was something in there. I already did that.
Oh.
Yeah, I already did this.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was also making a pizza. I'm a dummy.
Sheesh. Well, I did this last time.
I wasn't paying attention. I was being a dummy.
I did not get the spirit there.
There it is. Yeah.
No. I was being a dummy too, I guess. The one guy is the like guy in the wheelchair, who does the circus murder.
Oh, yeah, that one felt bad.
That one feels bad. I will also note he does not have a breakdown.
No.
He does not have a breakdown animation. He just very calmly is like, "You got me." So, I feel like my point still stands with the breakdown animations. They're a form of reward.
You should hop in. Is Greenock right there? You should just hop into Greenock. See what's going on.
Greenock is not right there.
Different dialogue. Oh, isn't it? Oh, it's the other town. That's east.
Oh yeah. I'm heading towards Greenock.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm trying to go. That's where I'm trying to go, Vyrn.
You can't wait for the gritty PS5 Quest 64 reboot. Oh, absolutely Scoomfoof.
Yes, Scoomfoof has the right idea of it.
You thought Baldur's Gate 3 was the hotness on PS5? Oh, just you wait.
They're gonna
wait until Imagineer Studios suddenly resurrects itself from the dirt from a grave dug 20 years ago.
They're gonna pull a real like Final Fantasy 16 scenario where it opens up with like it's gonna be just like a straight remake, and it's young youthful Brian, and then it's gonna cut to like, no man, we're talking you're gonna be playing as Brian in his 30s after everything he has loved has been reduced to ash.
Jeez. He's sad. He has the Yellowtail book.
He has like it does like a shortened version of the first game. Like he opens the L-Tail book and like the power of it overwhelms him and like he believes that he kills his father or something like that.
He uses it as like a shitty scrapbook. He like puts pictures of him and his dad in there and like friends from the monastery. Oh my god, what did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah. Why is this place a ruin?
Yeah, that's right. Don't you remember I did this last time?
What do you mean you did this?
They were disrespecting me.
Oh, I mean, Brian could just level a whole city. He
Well,
doesn't even have the L-Tail book yet.
He could. These buildings are burnt down, and I do not have any fire magic. So, Your Honor, I have an alibi. Oh. I am not capable of this. Now, if the buildings had been washed away, maybe you would have a case.
My water magic is, in fact, maxed.
Okay, Brannoch City. Where's Brannoch City? I just gotta go to the boil hole, right?
Yeah, just go to the boil hole.
Okay, I'll just go to the boil hole. I'll just go to the boil hole. I bet that's...
to find out what the boil hole is.
That's where Fargo is, right? Through the boil hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scoompumph, I don't know if you've been watching this, but we're looking for Fargo right now. That's not even a joke.
Yeah, Fargo has done some treacherous deeds, and we're about to find him and take him out.
Fargo is very powerful and dangerous, and needs to be destroyed.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm gonna go into the boil hole.
That's why we're sending a 12-year-old into the boil hole with a 6-pack and a pound.
As provisions. It's like,
Yeah.
like a bindle, but instead of the little sack on the end, it's like the 6-pack and a pound box.
Absolutely.
Delicious. That'll keep you going.
Oh yeah. I'll get you through like 6 hours of walking.
You might get kind of thirsty, but...
Get sent with like a Colt 45, just a big fucking 40. Oh.
It's on the other side of a crack. Jump, Brian, jump it. Just jump it. Just,
I know you've got your young, you still got your knees, let's go.
just jump, Brian, come on. Do this one thing. You do this one thing for me, Brian. Brian, you failed me once again.
I will say, this is a feature that Baldur's Gate 3 has.
Jumping.
You can jump over dabs. Yeah.
Hey, I remember the patch before they implemented, like, everyone will follow you when you jump. So you had to manually switch control to jump each character over a gap individually.
Amazing.
There's the tiefling across a river that if you don't do good on her dialogue, attacks you. And like I had gone over there, but I was like, oh, it's just a wounded person that I'm gonna talk to. I don't need to jump my whole party over because that takes so long. Well, she did kill me.
Oh god.
Seems like such a good game. I hope I get to play it someday.
I read an article about how somebody, if they are allowed to, will leave the main party behind and will just control a pack of bears to go and fight all the enemies.
Incredible.
And in the original game that they were talking about, I think it was Pillars of Eternity or something older than that, it turns out if you have everybody summon bears, or like animal companions as bears or whatever, and then go and just like try to fight enemies with that, a lot of enemies don't respond to like not literal player characters, so they were able to break a large portion of the game by
just by
fighting
having
enemies
bears
that literally didn't fight back.
Incredible.
And so
amazing.
This person was like, yeah, this worked in this previous game, I hope it works in Baldur's Gate 3. So got all the characters, turned them into druids or turned them into rangers so they could summon bears, and then summoned 4 bears and left the main party behind. And in fact, yep, combat doesn't start. You start fighting with 4 bears that aren't player characters.
Can you change the classes of the other characters in Baldur's Gate 3?
Yes, according to that article. I don't understand how you would do that, but
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Escape. There we go. Just face a rock, and be like, I don't believe in butterflies. I don't believe in butterflies. And the butterflies will just go away.
It is almost time for Max Earth.
Yeah.
We can test out a couple of those spells.
It's true, I've been leveling Earth now and just still not casting any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna check like how much Rock 3 does. 69, nice.
And it hits multiple.
Does a nice amount of damage. It feels weird to be pressing a different button to cast spells.
It did 100 damage to
that back one.
The one that didn't have defense on it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think these are also... They're not... I think they might be weak to water.
and not as weak to rock.
That makes sense. I'm just doing it to get a sense of how much damage it does at 49. So it was doing like 100 to these guys.
Yeah, 100, around 100 to non-defense Mega Fit.
So now we're going to get max level Earth. Ooh. Da, 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 da. Celebration!
Alright, we're OP.
Alright, we beat the game. The end.
Basically.
I mean, what more is there, really? I guess I gotta find more magma fish to test.
There's some interesting enemies and bosses to fight.
I'm excited to find out what Mammon looks like. Okay, so it doesn't actually spike that much.
Not that much, no.
Okay, I don't know why I was thinking that it did.
You should try out the avalanche spell.
Yeah. I've had somebody use that spell on me before, for sure.
And also, depending on the enemy's hitbox size, there's a chance it can hit them multiple times.
Ooh, love that.
Yep. Avalanche is arguably the strongest, but it's got lots of RNG for how many times it'll hit an enemy.
Well, that's balance, right? That's how you balance things.
Yeah,
You make them
too bad literally
you make
every
them
other
extremely
spell in the game
random.
is nowhere near as strong as Avalanche.
Here's a good look at Brian's honest, powerful face.
This man doesn't have a dark thought between his ears. He doesn't have any thoughts. They're all being channeled out of him by that weird antenna on his head.
His thoughts...
This is where Ratatouille would be if he was around.
Instead, you, the player, will have to control him via the control stick.
Via the weird control stick. They totally made a collector's edition version of Quest 64 where you like got to move his weird hair thing to drive him around for like the control stick on the controller.
I think it's more like Brian's thoughts are so powerful they're like beyond what we would consider thoughts. Like someone who tried to read his mind would be like, I don't understand what I'm seeing here. It's too big for me to comprehend.
I don't have enough time in my life if I could write thousands of books a day for the next 50 years to explain to you what I just witnessed.
Well, like what I just saw was like one pixel of a grand tapestry.
The grand tapestry, the fate of the universe.
Yeah. That's Brian.
That's Brian, and that's like on his way back from taking a mega shit or something.
Yeah.
For like getting a 6-pack and a
He's just like his day-to-day does not require him. It doesn't require any direction from his higher consciousness. That's why he has that blank stare. He's seeing a higher realm.
Past the need for human emotion. There's just a couple books he hasn't read in this whole grand world. He's gonna go read them.
I'm looking. I read all the books. I've read every book except the L-Tail book. I don't care what the consequences of opening it are.
And like the Farmer's Almanac and shit, but he'll get to it.
He'll get to that one. That one's on the shelf back home.
Avalanche.
Avalanche. One. Yeah, great. I couldn't. Vyrn, you're so bad at this game. Boys are so bad at video games.
Not wrong.
See, I just keep using good old standby, and it does just fine.
We're in the fire dungeon. Obviously, water is going to be good.
I was pretty excited because it's like, all right, for the first time, water is the choice.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, my choice is the right one. Hurrah!
6-pack and a pound.
Brian, trained hard for years, ate a six-pack and a pound every day.
100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, ran 100 kilometers,
And ate a six-pack and a pound.
every breakfast.
Whether I wanted to or not.
I guess I should be looking if there's any spirits in here.
Oh,
Not
we
that
don't
it
need.
matters
Yeah, we
anymore.
don't need any more, Vyrn.
Like, Wind Cutter level 3 is a cool spell, but it doesn't do like any damage.
And also like finding two spirits in this tunnel are not gonna get me there.
Mm-hmm. Yo.
Oh, I suppose
water
this
polo
actually
three.
is a great place for avalanche, huh?
Yes. Hit.
Two kills. No scoped.
Did Brian just rocks fall the enemy in a cave?
Did
Ballsy.
the yeah, God. Brian, you're gonna bring down the whole cave. So
Yeah, cool.
So
You think the planet can stop me? You keep talking shit, I'll make the planet fall on you.
okay, Brian. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'll forgive you. You'll still have a place in my new world.
How the Elder Scrolls were like immortal objects in the Elder Scroll games. The El Pill book is just all the Elder Scrolls in one place, and
Okay.
Brian can use the toilet paper.
Okay. They bound the Elder Scrolls into one book.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know much about Elder Scrolls, but that does seem like it would be a bad idea. Like that seems like it would have some repercussions.
Did you play Skyrim?
I played Skyrim, but I don't remember much about the Elder Scrolls themselves.
Yeah, you collect one of them along the path, I think.
Yeah, there's like a segment where it's like, oh, remember what this series is named after? We better do something with that, huh?
Yeah, remember how in the previous games they were like kind of mentioned in one of them you got to like look at one? Well, in this game, we're gonna let you carry one. Okay, that's cool.
That's cool.
Can I use it to like, I don't know, wrap around me because allegedly these items cannot be destroyed outside of like a collective work by the gods, and they haven't worked together in a bajillion years. So like, I'm just gonna wrap it around me like a toga explaining the secrets of the universe if you look at me too long. So come on.
That's a fun little puzzle for the dungeon master to figure out how to make you not want to do that. Okay, so the impact still hits you. It just totally transfers the force of the impact through the scroll, I guess. No, but well, does it still pierce the wound? Crap. So it's like a bulletproof vest. That's pretty good.
No. If you get shot, even when you're wearing a bulletproof vest, it's like being punched really, really hard.
Yeah, but it's still a lot better than being shot.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh.
Kitty!
New cat just dropped. Pet him.
Pet.
Punk. Oh gosh, he didn't like that.
Pet. Take a bath.
He didn't like that. At least you can barely out heal him.
Roll over.
You do have magic barrier.
Oh yeah! I have more spells now.
Yeah, you've got.
Thank you, Vyrn. Thank you for the reminder. Take a bath. Dirty kitty.
We're gonna heal.
So this is not lava here. Because being
Well, we're
this...
under the earth.
Well, yeah, well, it's not magma either, because being this close to magma would incinerate you. This is just that glowing red water that they put in video games.
Magic barrier.
Oh, fine, magic barrier. I'm just so used to just constantly casting water pillar.
That's totally fair though.
Like, all I've been doing for the past, how many hours? Like, 8 to 10 hours?
Yeah.
It's just like
Water pillar.
tapping C down 3 times.
Oh.
Boop, 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 and then healing. And I need to.
Chest.
Well, could be in it.
Be.
Is it Fargo? Is this the way to Fargo?
A dragon's potion.
My potions are too much for a dragon, let alone a man. Always confuse me, because, like, who does he sell the potions to?
Yeah, he's apparently a potion seller, right? But it
But
sounds like he's never sold a potion in his life.
Yeah, so maybe, you know, here, new thought. He's just talking a big game. He doesn't have any potions. Why should I care about knights when my potions can do anything they can?
Well, he also calls the guy a traveler, which makes it sound like the guy's a tourist and also doesn't know a seedy potion shop when he sees him.
Yeah, there you go.
That one.
Oh, this? Oh, this is Rocky. Hey.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is my buddy Rocky.
Rocky 1 or Rocky 3?
I think this is Rocky.
Which movie?
This is the 4th one I've seen, Rocky 4.
Rocky Balboa.
Hey, Rocky. Come on, are you gonna join the party?
Yeah, you
No.
better get in on this, dude.
Come on, man. You can come remake the world with me. I could use a porter. You could carry my bag. It's getting heavy. Okay, you choose death instead.
Don't forget the heal.
I don't need to
Oh.
remember to heal anymore.
You really don't.
I'm beyond such mortal concerns. I have 50 earth
My
and
healing is
50
back.
water. Nothing can stop me now.
Did you see that? Did you see that? He tried to cast
And
stone
it
armor on
failed.
himself and it missed. What a game.
That
What a
sucks.
life.
It sucks so bad. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh. My goodness.
I remember these fights taking so much longer.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I fucking bet. Bet this game took you literally 4 times as long.
Yeah, that sounds right. Somewhere between 60 and 80 hours.
Rocky, you move so slow.
What's the other option? We play like Phantasy Star Online.
Oh god.
That would be a
Let's
bit
see here,
long.
because I mentioned Hybrid Heaven last time. I've got Hybrid Heaven, I've got Jet Force Gemini, I've got... I'm trying to think of ones that would actually be fun to play. I've got Donkey Kong 64. Oh, I've got Mega Man 64. That's a good one. That's not new to me, but it's a good one. I haven't played it in a long time.
I have not played the Nintendo 64 Mega Man.
Ooh, it's very good. It's huge vibes, like the sort of compressed voices that they use in that game just instantly transport me back to my childhood.
The nostalgia
Yeah.
is triggered
And
very strongly.
a lot of the voice acting is like you're supposed to be hearing someone over a radio, so it makes a little bit of sense that it's like this super compressed, shitty sounding voice. Magic barrier. You can't touch me, Rocky. What other games do I have here? feel like Harvest Moon wouldn't be very good of a stream game. Pokemon's
It's a very chill vibe for a stream game, though.
yeah, it's definitely chill vibes, but like I don't know, like Stardew kind of would work as a stream game because there's a lot to do, but the older Harvest Moon games, there's not a ton going on in them, and it would really have the, well, to be honest, a lot of the monotony that Quest 64 has.
Yeah.
Um, so I am interested in doing something that's more of an action-y game, like Symphony of the Night would be it would be a nice change from.
Yeah, I would take any excuse to play that game again. I really want to try and get into the randomizer and the other fun stuff that they've been doing with it recently. There is a decomp that people are working on.
Ooh.
I don't think they're that close to done yet, but now that there have been other games that have been successfully decomped, I'm not surprised to see the Night's right up there.
I would honestly say, even though it's like kind of against the theme of my Twitch channel, it would be cool to do like alright, I'm gonna do some Final Fantasy 14 and Vyrn's gonna help me on ramp into it, but I don't know if my computer could handle both running it and streaming at the same time. So
that's totally fair. It is an older game and can run on very interesting hardware. I got it running on my 2016 laptop with the GPU disabled in Linux, like at 30 frames a second, which is impressive.
I'm not really worried about it running. I'm worried about running and streaming.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, maybe it's something I could test out, but
if you wanted to do the trial, we should be able to work together.
I also know that it's like, what have I heard? Like, 50 hours before it gets good?
The A Realm Reborn, the story is okay. It's nothing crazy, but if you stick with it, the like continuous ramp up of like the story and character development and your investment in everybody, it's real good.
Yes.
There's definitely a point in Heaven's Word. I think, in Heaven's Word, where it's just like, the first time I did one of the dungeons, whenever you go into a dungeon with people, it will alert the party if there's somebody new that hasn't done the dungeon before, and also will just flat give everybody a big experience bonus.
Oh, that's cool.
Completing the dungeon with a newbie.
With a newbie? Oh, that's cool. That's a good way to incentivize it.
Mm-hmm. So, at the end of the dungeon, 2 of the other people in the 4-person party said, "Good luck. Have good luck." And I was like, "What's happening? I thought we beat the boss. And then it jumped into a bunch of cutscenes, and yeah, it was good.
Nice.
They knew what was up.
Yeah, I'm very interested in it, but it is like
It's so
time that I don't have. The FOMO is real, but I hope that like Final Fantasy 11, it's still around in 5 years when I have more time.
I think it is still doing very well, and it sounds like, they just announced another expansion coming out next year.
Oh, geez, really? That's cool.
Yep. The joke, so it's called Dawn Trail. It's right after Endwalker. And the immediate memes coming out for it was they replaced the word Dawn Trail with Margaritaville, because that was like the extreme vibes of like, we're going to the beach, it's the beach episode. Now that we had the literal dark world-ending episode, it's time to go hang out in the sun and on the beach and on the shore and the ocean and stuff.
Fuck yeah. They just implement a way to like really fast track you through content.
So they've done a little bit of that.
I've heard.
Between Realm Reborn and Heaven's Word, there used to be 100 quests that you had to do, and they shortened it down to like 15.
Yeah, I've heard that they have sped things up significantly. It's just that it's still like 50 hours before it gets good.
Yeah, I literally skipped every cutscene in A Realm Reborn
And so I got into Heaven's Word. I was like, okay, now it's the time. Or like I got to the final cutscenes of A Realm Reborn and watched those, and I was like, oh, yeah, this all seemed very important in political intrigue and stuff. I should have maybe paid a little more attention to it. I also didn't realize that the voice for Alphino was voiced by Sam Riegel, and
Ah.
so I like heard one cutscene and didn't or like skipped them right when they were being introduced because I was kind of bored by them. And then like got to Heaven's Word, and then I think I watched like a different cutscene. No, I did a raid, like not too long ago, like while I was like in the third or fourth expansion,
And you
and
heard
the
them
raid
talk.
was when it was voiced back for the first one, and it was Sam Riegel. I was like, Sam Riegel voiced Elf, and I looked it up. Oh god, yeah, it was Sam Riegel. I see why they switched, but why they went with the different voice actors.
Incredible.
Sam Riegel as Alphino sounds like a snobby kid, which is what I picture in my mind when if you were to describe to me Alphino now. But I much prefer the voice actor they got for him now, which that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Some
just how
people
it goes.
do those characters better than others, and that's okay. I love Sam Riegel. Sam Riegel's wonderful.
It's good that people have different takes on different characters, actually.
Yes, agreed. Red Wyvern. Oh god.
Red Wyvern, but now I have Magic Barrier, so I'm not nearly so scared of the dragons. I'll just give him a nice
Oh,
bounce.
this is a big hitbox. You should try that avalanche.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. But I want to do that first. Yeah, he is a big boy. Big boy. Well, sometimes
I
one's
know.
all it takes.
Yeah.
Oh, did I see a... I did! Haha! No! Go away! Just leave me alone. Plus, I don't need to get too excited about finding those anymore. They don't really do me any good. Can I put it towards my agility, please? Please?
Platypus.
Platypus? Platypus? Hey Rocky.
Come on, Rocky, let's go.
Come on,
Let's
Rocky.
get him.
Speed up. Keep
Oh,
up,
Rocky
Rocky.
throws rocks that way. That's why they call him Rocky.
That's why they call. That's why we always called him Rocky. He was always throwing rocks at us. You know, Rocky, that kid down the street. He's always throwing rocks at the other kids.
Mm-hmm.
Every neighborhood had a Rocky, right?
Yeah.
You know, I've heard some people say that if you think that your neighborhood didn't have a Rocky, it's because you were the neighborhood's Rocky.
Oof. Big oof.
Big oof. I'm trying to think if there's anything interesting going on in my life to talk about. Kind of coming up blank. It's Pride this weekend. We're going to be walking in the Pride Parade.
Oh, heck yeah. I keep missing the one in Denver. Ugh.
Sheesh.
I know. I had, trying to remember what was going on that weekend. I think a lot of my friends are staying in and have fun VR chat, but I had a lot of other friends that went, and it looked like a lot of fun. Oh, one of these days.
Yeah, it's going to be my first Pride ever. So that'll be
Hell
cool.
yes.
A couple of my friends are having a barbecue. We're gonna do Pride in the Park, and then there's they're having a barbecue in their backyard afterwards. So that'll be cool. And then on Sunday there's the parade, and I'm walking with my employer. Oh, I've been silenced. That's the first time that's actually hit. Not being able to use magic really would be a nightmare for Brian. That's a different song. Okay.
Obviously, where they drew inspiration from, though.
Was this game before or after Final Fantasy VII?
Before.
Well, then it couldn't have drawn inspiration from Final Fantasy VII's battle theme.
No, I meant Quest 60, or no, Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, if you look at the battle system, it's clear that Final Fantasy VII was just ripping off Quest 64. I feel like I've gotten turned around, but maybe not.
I have terrible news.
Did I get turned around?
No. Quest 64 released June 10th, 1998. Final Fantasy VII released January 31st, 1997.
Oh. Damn. Yeah, I can imagine why people were pretty disappointed by Quest 64 if Final Fantasy VII had come out the previous year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, have you seen... Especially, like, the fucking ad campaigns for Final Fantasy VII were intense.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing the like full page ads in was it Game Informer? Or
There
what was it?
and there were TV ads.
Yeah.
Which was huge.
Yeah.
Which was huge for like an RPG. Okay, here's Fargo.
He looks like he owns a wood chipper.
He does look like he owns a wood
You've
chipper.
done my work for me. Brought me the other 3 precious jewels. That weakling Bay just thinks that I will hand them over to him. Wrong. I and only I will be the king of Keltland. The world belongs to me. Now hand them over. Alright, this guy sounds serious.
The ad campaign was really centered around, hey, it's like a movie. It's a movie that you can play like a video game. How good the graphics
You're not
were.
at full health, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
know,
that
I'm not even at
swagger,
full
though.
health. He does have kind of a hell of a walk, huh?
Wow. Yeah.
He like slides back and forth as he's walking.
Avalanche, let's go.
You think so?
Yeah, come on, 1.
Yeah, it is good
Miss,
to be able to
damn
hit
it.
more than once, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Damn. Okay, Vegeta, shit. Or this be Raccoon.
I haven't been keeping up with the more recent Pokemon.
Hit twice out of 3 times. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Welcome
hit,
to Avalanche.
hit none. That's balance. That's how we make sure that the spells are balanced. Yeah, fuck yeah. That's great. Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, that's just great right there.
Oh, that's what you want to see?
That's pretty good, you know. You know, that ain't half bad right there. Ugh. You just become unkillable as long as magic barrier doesn't drop.
There's so many spells in this game, and you need to use so few of them.
Well, once again, they're like not balanced at all. Like,
Yeah.
Magic barrier costs 3 magic. Avalanche costs what, 2 or 3 magic? 3 magic. Like,
You know,
a spell like Avalanche would cost a lot more.
I would say that, like, well, their justification for having it cost so little is because you need such a high stat. But I honestly don't think that they had the opportunity to think that hard about it. There we go. Easy peasy. Fargo has been destroyed. Rocks fall, everyone in Fargo dies.
Oh gosh. Fire Ruby attained.
You are now a god.
Now I can open the book. Now that I have all the gems, I can finally read a book.
Remember what the previous bad guy said.
Make sure
You
to...
think Brian already only sees destruction? And so nothing will change for Brian? Does Brian have any friends?
Look
Does
into
Brian
those
love
eyes.
any?
Do you see love in those eyes?
Do those look like the eyes of a cold, dead killer?
There might be. You know, it's just hard to say.
Coming for me. No!
Brian's kind of
Back away from my computer.
I'm coming, Vyrn.
No, get out!
He's pretty unreadable. We're just gonna have to see, you know, I mean, it's not like anything we can do will stop him. This is an inevitability.
Yeah, pretty much. You've collected the 4 crystals. Now to go slap Chaos in the butt cheek or something. I don't know how it works.
I like how Fargo laughs about, like, oh, you've done my work for me. You brought the gems right to me. And it's like, literally, the gems have been hand-delivered to Brian, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
You all stood in between the cities that I was going to, holding the gems. Where the fuck are we now? We've emerged from the boil hole. I hope there's a save point. Oh, Brian cannot hop across this crack.
Another Brian issue. Oh, I think I saw a spirit way in the background.
Oh, there we go. I got through.
Yeah, there's a spirit over there.
No, I guess I can go get it.
Oh yeah, we're done collecting spirits.
Yeah, we don't really need them anymore, huh? I just like to collect things.
I know, me too. It's got to be one of my favorite genders. So, what's your favorite gender of video game? Are you like a cute animal petter or like a collectathon? Like, what you got? Are you a Rudy Tooty point and shooty?
One of the like games that I was like tabletop games I was working on a while back. One of the concepts was so they were like the regular game classes, right? Like ranger, fighter, whatever. But then you could also choose.
Oh, there's a spirit there.
Like essentially your player type that would give you different abilities. Like, are you a completionist? Are you a are you a hero? Like, you just like to see, you like to feel like you're helping out the people in the world of the game or whatever. And then try to give them each like their own gameplay mechanic to interact with. Do you just like making funny things happen and seeing glitches?
Spooky. I also think your magic gets stronger if you have more spirits overall. Or like some damage calculations take into account how many total spirits you have.
Well, I hope so.
On that too.
That'd be cool. That'd be nice. It'd give me a reason.
I'm feeding you Mew is under the truck facts right now.
I'm gonna choose to believe it.
Hell yeah.
I choose to believe it because I do want to keep collecting spirits. For, you know, the whole one more area that is in the game. You know, actually,
allegedly one more area.
Speaking of that, okay, so here's a question from you. I'm okay with spoilers for this. Based on where we are, do you think we have 2 more hours?
So my recollection of the final area was that it was annoyingly difficult to navigate for reasons you will find out when we get there.
Okay.
There is a chance it will be 2 more sessions.
Ooh.
But I believe that you'll have it done in 2 sessions.
Okay.
Like you have everything you need to kill the boss, the final boss easily. Like you had it for a while. But just navigating through that fucking annoying final level.
Holy shit!
I strongly remember that.
Whoa! Check out these fuckers.
Yeah, I remember these guys. Oh, I haven't seen these guys forever. This is great.
It's like a family reunion. We're getting together with all your old friends and family.
Oh wow, he passed Wind Cutter level 1. Wonderful.
Such a powerful knight. Completely obliterated by a rain of rocks. The important thing is I don't need to like cut it here to preserve 2 hours of content for next time.
There is a chance you do finish it next time. I don't think so, based on what I remember, but
Okay.
I just recall the navigation of the last area or two to be very, very annoying.
The first guy in a while that I can't out-heal.
Well, assuming you can keep Magic Barrier up and Magic Drain, like, who's set? And yeah, that move is not Wind Cutter level 1. It is something much more heinous.
I think the silver, like the Grey Knight, did do a Wind Cutter level 1 though, or something like that.
Notice you jumped up in a whole bunch more health. All right.
Yeah.
248.
That's what happens when you destroy Fargo. Spirit.
Ooh.
I can hear the ocean.
Alright, where were we?
Man, this castle is ominous as fuck. Love it.
Dries, we did the boil hole.
I'm glad that they didn't make the boil hole longer.
It didn't feel long because you, Brian just OP.
I guess I did run away from
Nothing
a lot
can
of the
stop
fights
him.
in there.
Mm-hmm. Like, maybe you could use more health and agility, maybe, but I think if you are...
Yeah, I don't think it's that
You
important.
have to get fairly unlucky for Magic Barrier to drop enough for you to run out of time to cast Magic Drain and get your health back up. So, like...
I'm gonna look around for a save point.
There's...
I do not feel
I'm looking to see if
super
there's one in there.
super excited about talking to a bunch of people in this town right now. Maybe there isn't a save point in here, which would suck.
You can go into Brannoch town past the gate and heal up there.
Yeah, that's where I am. Or is it through this big door?
I think you have to go through the door. Yeah. Either that or that's Brannoch Castle.
I think this is the castle would be my guess. Yeah, this is Brannoch Castle Town. So there should be a
yeah,
there should be an
there
inn
should be
here.
an inn here. Yep. It'll have the sign out front. Maybe we can talk to Shannon. I wonder if she's here.
Yeah, well of course she's here. She's
Well, how did she get through the fucking boil hole?
teleported. She flew over it. Wait, which theory are we going with? There's one Shannon in every town.
Oh, I like that. Kind of like the Nurse Joy.
Yeah, she's Nurse Joy. And they have cell phones.
Out there, it's got a moon on it. Right? Is that an inn?
Oh, the other inns haven't had that on it, but... No, this doesn't look like an inn to me.
This looks like a barracks. Banger music.
Yeah. I mean, living here must be pretty okay if they got this good music, right?
Yeah. Looks well fortified, too.
Yeah. Safe from invaders. I'm not seeing a inn around here. Does your map give any kind of indication about where the inn would be?
I'm looking for a map.
Okay. Sorry, I thought that you were saying that you had one that showed that there was an inn here.
I'm reading. You can, however, you can go into Brannoch town past the gate up there.
Oh, it says. Maybe.
Baragon Moor. No, you went through the moor. That was where the enemies were. You're in the town.
Yep. But I mean, if it just says heal up there, like, they might just mean you can cast healing spells. Well, I'm gonna...
If you enter and immediately go to the inn and rest. There should be
Oh.
an inn.
Okay.
Right on the inside of the doors? Maybe it's one of those two front buildings?
Yeah, it might just not have a sign on it?
Yeah, is it one of those two buildings right there you just walk past? I thought the inn always had a, like, sign out front.
Yeah, they have always had a sign out. Well, I guess not all of them had a sign out front. That's not an inn. I'm gonna end up going in all these houses anyway. This isn't an inn.
It's just a random person's house.
It's an empty house. Can't sleep on his bed, huh? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Found hardest
I think this
puzzle
is
in the
probably
game.
a good place to stop. Let me do a quick read through here. Let's see, we got that.
It's even possible your father's in prison. Oh no, Daddy, we have to do a jailbreak.
Oh. There's a
Okay.
war about to break out.
A
Wow.
war
What
between
happened?
you and who? The rest, I guess, the rest of Keltland. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me tonight. That's almost a solid 2 hours, but this is a pretty good stopping point. Can't say no to that.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
See, you
Oh.
might finish this next time. There's a couple of interesting fights. Then there's the zone about wandering that's going to be terrible to get through, but
I
forget
bet.
if there's actual enemy encounters in there. There might not be.
I bet we'll finish it
Oh, there are,
next
there are.
time. I feel like there can't be a whole 4 hours left. So it's gonna be like, if I don't finish it next time, then the last episode of this is gonna be pretty short. It's not gonna be a full 2 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe next time, if we're not finishing it at 2 hours, I might have to go long. We'll see. We'll see how things are going.
I think you can finish it. I just can't remember how long the last annoying zone is.
Yeah.
I wonder what will happen next episode. Oh, is Shannon in the inn?
Yeah, Shannon's in
Did
the
you see
end.
her?
Yeah, she was saying that Daddy might be in jail. If Daddy
Oh,
would have,
no.
if Daddy might have rose up against the bad man, the bad man might have put him in jail.
Oh no, who's the bad man?
King Brannoch. You know,
Yep.
classic evil king situation.
Mm-hmm.
He was using Fargo.
Yep. To do his dirty work.
Using Fargo to do his dirty work.
It's gotta be illegal.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed now. I imagine you've
Alright.
got a long night ahead of you. Oh,
No,
you've got a
dude, I
job
gotta,
now. So
I
no,
have a job.
you've got a job.
I've been
Poor
doing
Vyrn.
IT things. Oh my gosh.
Poor Vyrn,
I didn't
back
have
at
that.
work.
I got to pay a little bit of debt, pay off a little bit of debt. I
Yeah, you do.
rode those credit cards a little dirty. That's
Yeah, you
okay.
do.
It happened.
He just went to a big concert. I can't imagine that one was free.
It was cheap for a concert in Denver. That was absolutely worth it.
Oh, that's
Honestly, it was
good.
the 2 beers that I bought that were horrendously expensive that I shouldn't have bought 2 beers.
Oh yeah,
It was fun.
that's how they get you. That's how they get you.
That's
Cheap
how they
concert,
get ya.
expensive beer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oof. Very true.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
I will talk to you later.
See you later.
Bye.